Hello, and welcome to this video tutorial on how to submit a supplemental request form for a housing accommodation request to the Disability Services Office. Before we get started, you will need to make sure you submit a separate housing application through Residence Life. Please note, filling out the supplemental request form for housing accommodations will not guarantee housing accommodations and are given based on availability. If you are a student trying to request a housing accommodation for the first time and have already registered with us for academic accommodations, you will be selecting the supplemental request form located on the left navigation menu under Accommodation. Go ahead and click on Accommodation. Within the drop-down menu, select Supplemental. Then go ahead and click on the blue Add New button located in the middle of the page. This is the supplemental request form. You can go ahead and begin completing the form. Please enter in your métier. Then select your school. Please enter in your mentor. At this time, we are only requesting housing accommodations and will not be requesting any academic accommodations at this time. If you would like to describe how your disability affects you academically, you may do so now. Otherwise, you can go ahead and enter in NA. You may also include how your disability affects you with student life in general at this time. Now, if you've had any previous accommodations, you can go ahead and enter that by selecting yes. If not, then you can go ahead and select no. I'm going to go ahead and select no and continue on. This next section is the housing registration form. As a reminder, housing accommodations are given based on availability. Filling out this section will not guarantee you housing accommodations. If you are requesting housing accommodations at this time, go ahead and select yes. After selecting yes, you will have an opportunity to list what housing accommodations you are requesting, describe your disability, and how these housing accommodations will benefit you. While they are not required, this will help us determine whether we will be able to accommodate you. After completing these boxes, indicate whether you've submitted your Residence Life application. If you are filling out this application, it does not take place of the Residence Life application. Please make sure to submit your Residence Life application as soon as possible. If you have already submitted a Residence Life application, go ahead and select yes. Then go ahead and enter the date in which you submitted your Residence Life application. Then go ahead and indicate whether you have submitted a Residence Life deposit. If yes, then enter in the date. This next section is student rights and responsibilities. Please make sure to review all information before checking the I agree box. The first section is student rights. Once you have reviewed the information, you can check the I agree box. The next section are your responsibilities as the student. Once you have reviewed these, you can go ahead and select the I agree box. While these next few prompts are more for academic accommodations, that's okay. Even though we're not requesting academic accommodations at this time, please follow the prompts. and check the I agree box. If you would like to request academic accommodations, we recommend you submit a semester request after registering for classes. If not, that's okay too. Before typing in your name to agree, please make sure to review the disclaimer. Then go ahead and type in your name. Lastly, if you have documentation to upload to support your request for housing accommodations, please upload them as soon as possible so that the Disability Services Office can review the documentation and determine whether we can provide accommodations you are requesting for housing. Now that you have completed all necessary areas for your housing request, go ahead and select Submit. Once you have submitted your request, you will have a case file number. By clicking on that case file number, you can review all information submitted for your housing request. You are now ready to submit a supplemental request form to request housing accommodations.